All right, and now part C. In part C, here is the integral that we need to calculate in part C. All right, so how do we do this? So we need to integrate this whole thing with respect to y. Now, the antiderivative, so the first thing is to find the antiderivative of the given expression with respect to y. So y is only present here. So x and cosine square of pi x are just constants with respect to y. So the antiderivative, so we can just copy them. X times cosine square of pi x times. Now the antiderivative of cosine is sine of xy. But then if you differentiate sine of xy with respect to y, you will get cosine of x times y, right? So in order to get just the sine x, you need to divide by x. So this is the antiderivative of the boxed expression with respect to y. So there is x here and x here, so they cancel out. So we can just remove them, right? So here is the antiderivative, and we need to take the change in y from 0 to pi. Okay, so let me just do it. So cosine square of pi x times sine of y is pi, so pi x minus cosine square of pi x times sine of, well, pi 0, pi x is just 0. Sorry, 0x is just 0. And sine 0 is 0. So this is really, it doesn't exist here. It's just 0. Okay, that's all. So I have computed the integral that is inside here. So the boxed part. Now the whole integral, so the full integral here is this expression integrated from 0 to 1/2 with respect to x. All right. And again, so notice that this part, sine of pi x, is really the derivative of cosine, right? So, which hints us to, I mean, you can use a proper u substitution to do it, but again, I find it easier to, to just, since this is the derivative of cosine of whatever, so to just see that, okay, so here we have cosine squared, so its antiderivative should be cosine cubed. So the antiderivative of this expression should be cosine cubed of pi x times some constant. But to figure out what that constant is, I differentiate this with respect to x. And the derivative of this is going to be 3 cosine square of pi x times minus sine pi x, pi x times pi, right? So which means that in order to kind of compensate for this minus 3 pi, I need to divide by minus 3 pi. So the antiderivative of my function is really minus 1 over 3 pi times cosine cube of pi x. And I should take the change from 0 to 1/2. Okay, when x is 1/2, here I get pi over 2, and cosine of pi over 2 is 0. So it's just 0. And when x is 0, here I get cosine of 0, which is 1. So it kind of simplifies things, and the final answer is just 1 over 3 pi. Okay, that's all.